And we'll just check his microphone, but we are joined joined in the booth by Mr. Jesse Ellis. Jesse, I can hear you there, mate. You got me all good?
I've got you all good, mate.
Excellent. How's things?
Oh, not too bad. No stress.
No stress.
I wish.
You mentioned this morning that you'd not had much sleep last night, worrying about getting it underway. And so, how's it been? I guess we're nearly 3 games in now, so everything's running
so
smooth.
far. Yeah, it's running really smooth. We only had, I think, 1 issue before on 5 and 6. But,
happens every day.
Yeah, but Matt found it, so it's just a little screw or something down the back.
Always. It's always something. We had a chat to the audience about that, just letting them know that it was a nail or a screw hanging out of the kickback fibres there. So all good. That happens when you're throwing heavy balls at objects down there. So,
but apart from that, it's been running really smooth. I did enter a score wrong, but I gave Sean a 150 instead of a 220. But I think he'll forgive me for that one.
I'm sure he'll forgive you for that one, mate. So I guess. Why start a bowling tournament, mate? What was your motivation?
Honestly, I think it's just something I wanted to do. I've always had the perspective of obviously being a bowler, but never actually running a tournament and being on the other side. You know? I was just like, we don't get many tournaments here, so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to make one, just get it out there. Ask people, just get people on board, and it's turned out really well. Like, we got, I think, 44 bowlers or so at the moment.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's just, Emily's done a few junior tournaments here, and I think it's good to get a few adult tournaments here too as well.
Absolutely. No, it's really good to see. As I mentioned, some of the renovations that they'd undertaken through the COVID period.
Yeah, it was unfortunate because they did it at the end of 2019 around Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, COVID hits a few months earlier. We have the lockdown. And, I can see the frustration because, they could have had 2 months to do all the upgrades that they would have done. Anyway, but so we've now gone down to 16 lanes. We were 20 lanes. And then they've got the arcade area where the old 1 to 4 was. New carpet, new players area, new couches. It's all happening.
Done a really good job. The centre's come up very, very well, and as you said, the 42 bowlers is a great turnout for this event. So I'm sure that will grow as the years go on. So
fingers crossed. We've got a perpetual trophy, so I'm hoping this tournament can run for the years ahead.
The only person that will stop it is you, my friend. I think the bowlers will continue to turn up, so you don't need to worry about that. So,
but the goal is want to get as big as possible. I think it would be good to have. We've got like the Mackay, we've got the Townsville up north. I think it would be awesome if we had something similar, another big tournament that's down south apart from Kegel. I think Kegel is probably the main one we have here in southeast Queensland. And it would be good to have something as big as, Kegel, Mackay, Townsville, something like that.
Looking to lift the profile a little bit, maybe up the entry fee as you go on. And obviously
it could be something very different, You could have anything. You could have a format where it's like the USBC Masters, or you could run over 3 days instead of 2 days, and
perfect.
Have you might have a lot of match play stuff in the finals and head to heads.
Definitely.
It could go anywhere, but I think the goal is to just get as big as you can, and get upwards of 60, 70 bowlers, and 3 squads and all that sort of jazz. But,
build it, and they will come, my friend. You have to start somewhere, and this is a really great base to start. You've got some sponsors on board, which is awesome. So and we've shouted those guys out during the broadcast. So, and what about you personally, mate? How's your bowling going from a personal standpoint?
It's going okay. I'm plotting along, just doing my leagues, and then whenever an event comes up, I tend to practice on the pattern once or twice, and just see how it goes, just get an idea. We've got obviously the Nationals is coming up very soon. So for those that don't know, Jesse is actually a Queensland youth and adult representative this year. So he's made both sides for the Australian National Championships down in Hobart. So looking forward to going down there and obviously working with you throughout that event. We'll be down there as a manager, so that will be fun. And then you've obviously represented Australia as well. Not yet.
I
wish I had.
Come on,
I've been in the NTS. This is my 3rd year in the NTS.
That's right, NTS. Sorry, my bad.
But I think if we didn't have COVID, I would have had a chance either last year or this year. But yeah, so just trying to do all the events, ranked events, all that sort of jazz, and just doing all the NTS stuff as well. And
and
busy.
What does the future hold for Jesse? Is he a PBA bowler of the future, or is he just a competitive sport bowler here in Australia and pursuing a career in another industry or another area?
It'd always be a goal to bowl overseas, whether it's the PBA, whether it's an international event or whatever it might be. But so the goal was always for me to bowl for Australia. That was something just to tick off my bucket list to do. And, could do it in the future, and I could grow. I could do other events. And, but yeah, at this stage, I'm still undecided. I'm still doing as many tournaments as I can. As long as work or anything else doesn't get in the way. But so
the one thing you got on your side, mate, is your age.
You're
still
20,
young. You're 20 something, so you've got 25 years on me, and that's an amazing thing. So if it takes you to your 30 to get over there and have a crack at your first event, then so be it. You'll still be plenty talented. So watch out for him on the lanes, folks. But I think Callum Bork and obviously Sam Cooley. Of recent times, we all know Jason's a freak and obviously done amazing things in the sport for a long time. But
they're
Sam's
just up and coming, and they're doing well.
living proof, and Callum obviously did really well over there in America, and is heading back probably within the next couple of weeks, I guess, for the PBA Summer Swing.
I was speaking to him, and he's going to be doing the Summer Swing instead of the National Championships in Tassie. He'll actually be bowling B squad here as well.
Oh, that's true. He is
because he unfortunately got stuck over here on the East Coast.
I did wonder what had happened there. I did see his name down and thought it was ambitious for him to be coming along.
It is a bit of a long way from WA, isn't it?
A long way to travel for $1,000 prize fund, but I thought he is committed. He is looking for practice, and there's no better place to practice than a 44-foot pattern with 28 mils of oil. So
that's it. So hopefully. So he'll be bowling, and he'll be heading off, I guess, in a few weeks for the Summer Swing over in the States. Yeah,
we might. I might grab him when he gets in there. We'll have a chat and see what he's up to and how his preparation's been. Obviously, in the lead up to that, it's been a bit of a checkered, I guess, lead up to the to leaving. Obviously, with COVID and everything else. The last time I'd spoken to him was on a live stream, and then prior to that, I saw him in Orange at the
Orange Open,
Bathurst Open, or Orange Open, or whatever it was. I can't remember. Sorry, being in Orange, it should be the Orange Open, I guess. But so I managed to catch up with him down there and watch him come second to George. So an amazing effort, and look forward to following him, obviously, as he heads back over to the US. So
yes, definitely.
Good.
I think hopefully a lot of our Aussies will be watching and cheering both Callum and Sam and Jason if he's bowling over there. So absolutely,
I think it would be Flow Sports would be your best opportunity to jump on there and grab a subscription and follow along. I believe the ladies start back up their tour on bowltv.com in the next couple of weeks as well. So plenty of bowling to watch online outside of what we've got here, the quality production that is the Logan City Tenpin Cup. So
it would be basically the Nationals and the ladies and the Summer Swing. They'll be all happening at the same time.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. We'll try and cover that off with our various forms of media. So why 44 feet, the oiling pattern? We've taken the players, the folks through it, and I'll pop it back up on the screen here for everyone to be able to see. There it is there. So tell us why you chose this particular pattern.
So this particular pattern, I've actually modified. It's a modified version of Route 66.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I believe Route 66 is 43 feet.
Yep.
So I've just modified the oil volume and the length.
Yep.
I find there's a lot of tournaments that use similar oil patterns, similar modified house shots. So I just want something different, something that's not flat, but it's flatter than a house pattern, flatter than a modified house shot.
Yep.
So it is a challenge. You will see a few high games because it isn't terribly hard, but it also isn't easy. So
correct. I think 44 feet's the trick there. I think a lot of people will see that, at I can't quite see the ratios there, but
I think it's 4.3 or 4.6.
4.25 to 1 maybe. So it's not completely open, but there is a little bit of free hook out there on the right with only sort of 3 loads from 2 to 2. So I can see a lot more reverse oil in this. Was that just a part of the pattern naturally, or was that something you actually look to increase? Because most of the time you'll see a lot more oil on the forward run and less on the reverse.
Yeah, and I think it's just something different. It'll change how the lane breaks down.
Absolutely.
Having more.
Yep.
And then also if you have them like similar, so if you have similar reverse oil to forward oil,
yep,
I think usually it tends to hold up pretty well.
Correct. Yeah.
Whereas this will kind of break down a bit differently.
It is looking like it's started to open up. Sean, can you just tell us whether the lanes have started to open up? He can't hear me. So he's completely fresh aired me there.
He's just in the zone at the moment.
He's in the zone. But looking at it, I believe he's got a little bit further left now, and the lanes have obviously just started to open up a little bit.
And that's one of his A games getting left.
Yeah, he doesn't mind getting on top of the ball return and letting it wheel. So that's the pattern. And you were saying to me earlier off air, obviously, that you may look to bring the pattern a completely different style next year. So it might be.
Well, I think it's good to have variation.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to mix it up, and then it also brings other people into play. If someone does really well on long patterns, they might do really well in this event.
Yep.
So like Sean, he's doing really well at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So he might thrive on that 44 feet, whereas some people might thrive on the shorter oil patterns.
For sure.
So something, you could have something that's 35 feet or, you've got like something in that sort of vicinity.
Yep.
Something different, because then it gives just a different reaction, complete different play of the lanes. You're going to play a lot further right.
Yep.
And then other bowlers might thrive and bowl a lot better. So it just kind of mixes it up a bit. Something
definitely
different. You're not coming going, bowled on that last year, did terrible.
Yep.
Whereas if you have something different, it can also bring other bowlers in.
Absolutely.
And even the ones that did well might just go, you know what? I bowled this event.
Yep.
Regardless of the oil pattern, I'm going to give it another crack. But yeah, I think it's good just to mix things up and not keep everything the same.
Yeah, for sure. All right, mate. Well, I'm going to let you go.
Get some of these scores down, eh?
Yeah, you need to get some scores entered into the system as game number 4. So
halfway through game 4. So
thank you for joining us, mate. Really appreciate it, and we will catch up with you again in the near future.
No worries, we'll do it. Thank you.
Cheers. Talk soon. Bye.
Bye.
There you go, folks. Thanks to Jesse for joining us in the booth. We really appreciate his time. It's good to catch up with young people having a crack in the industry, creating tournaments and obviously ambitious goals, looking to get this thing up and running and become the next Townsville or the next Mackay. So great that he's drawn inspiration from those great events that run up north, and continue to look out for the events as the years carry on. We know Kegel obviously down here is one of the flagship events on the Queensland calendar as well. So another one coming your way, Queensland, and obviously as the event profile grows, we'll start to see more and more bowlers potentially travelling for this event as well. So good on Jesse. It's great to see, as I said, ambitious youth looking to grow the sport, and he has the support of the centre here at Logan City to get that done. So watch the calendar next year, folks, and be sure to come along.